Pronunciations today. Personal belief before it begins. Okay, Prefinesis, thank you. As what I told you before, like 30 minutes, last 30 minutes that we're going to have like a short versions of BP debate. So without further ado, I'm going to divide you into several groups despite having an incomplete participants right now. I hope that each of you would like to have a writing session, something like whenever I give you feedback from the last session, you should write it or jot it down so that you can use it to perfect your upcoming performance. Here, emotions. Is okay. Just want to make sure that every one of you is right here. Okay, so Gerson, are you here? Can you hear my voice? Gerson, are you with me? Hello, Dian, are you here with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Akram.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Then we're going to start. Here's the motion. Is there any question regarding the motions today? It will be related to CGS, criminal justice system. Okay. Okay, I'm going to give you like 1 minute to absorb, to understand the motion. Okay, so
I have a question.
Yes, please.
For commit immoral or violent acts, it's for the other member of the team itself or for the other team of sports?
It's up to you to define that.
Okay, thank you.
Because I believe that it is so obvious, yeah. It can be easily interpreted, I mean, in regard to the meaning. Okay. Another question? Okay, no question. So means that we can start immediately. Your 15 minutes of preparations start now. Okay, guys, your time is over. Each of you have 5 minutes to deliver your idea. Okay. Okay, so without further ado, let's call the opening government. Bagus, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Okay, I'll set my timer first. Okay, I'm gonna start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, our mission today is this house would penalize sports team whose supporters commit immoral or violent acts. First, I want to tell you about the definition. The definition of penalize in here is to penalize means to forfeit the teams to join for the next several match. So if the team got penalized, they cannot join for the next several match. And then I want to tell you why we need to do this, ladies and gentlemen. Why this need to be done, ladies and gentlemen? Because committing immoral or violence, we cannot tolerate that, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot tolerate the commit of immoral or violent acts because sports must be clean from immoral and violent acts, ladies and gentlemen. Even not only from the team player, not only from the committee, but also from the supporters, ladies and gentlemen. Because if we want good, if we want good atmosphere on our sports team, in our sports atmosphere, we have to make good condition, even from the supporter itself, not only from the team and committee. And also, why? I wanna tell you several reasons why this need to be done. The first is this is the effective way to prevent mass disturbance, ladies and gentlemen, in the sports atmosphere, because if we give the sport teams if we penalize the sport teams whose the supporters commit immoral or violent acts, this is the most effective way, because if the supporter loves their team, they will keep their team from going to lose. They will keep their team from anything that can harm their team, even to penalize their team. And so if we if we apply these rules, the supporter will think twice if they will do something bad or do something that can violence their team, ladies and gentlemen. Included to commit immoral or violent acts. Because if they do this, their team will be loose and they cannot get their trophy. And what will happen after we do this is our supporter will think twice. The supporter of the team will be more give attention for what they will doing, because it will affect their team as well. And then this is this rules, ladies and gentlemen, this can upgrade our sports atmosphere to be better, ladies and gentlemen, because good good sports atmosphere is not only there is some factors that can make our sports atmosphere to be better, not only from the team itself, not only from the committee itself, but also from the people, also from the supporters, also from the investors that invest their money to this atmosphere, to this sports atmosphere. And if we see from the investors point of view, if we if the investors want to invest their money to this sports atmosphere, but the supporter team in this sports isn't good all because they cannot prevent their self to commit violence, the investor will think twice, ladies and gentlemen, because sports must be clean from any immoral or violence. Sports is for a positive way. Sports is for the people to make their economic growth, ladies and gentlemen. So this is very important, ladies and gentlemen, to keep our our sports environment clean. And if we do this, if we apply these rules, this is the most effective way, because the way to prevent any violence, the way to prevent any immoral activities is not only from the police, but we have to do this. We have to do that. We have to prevent that from the people itself, ladies and gentlemen. So if we apply these rules, we we will make our people, we will make our supporters give more attention to what they are doing, because it will affect their team that they love. So this thing will be more efficient than we don't apply these rules, ladies and gentlemen. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Now let's move on to the opening of the session. Michelle, the floor is yours. I cannot hear your voice. No, it is not audible. There is a problem with your audio.
Check, am I audible?
Yes, right now you are.
Okay. I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the opening government have said about the definition of penalize itself. They say that penalize the sports team means that we are going to ban the team for the next seasons. But actually, who do the violence is the supporter itself, not the sport team itself. So I think this kind of motion is already unjustified in the first place. We believe that maybe violent acts or immoral acts is something that is bad, or there are things that is wrong, like maybe the supporters like slapping each other, or maybe like punch each other. Maybe it is not a good thing, but we believe that doing the one that done the bad thing is not the sport team itself, but the supporters. So if we ban the sport teams for the next seasons, it would make the sport teams like having no livelihood, and the existence of sports team itself, it's gonna make the existence of the sports team itself it's gonna be gone. Like we're not gonna see the sport teams in the next seasons only because the supporters. We also believe that that kind of violence is not a big violence, like the crime, like murdering someone, like corruption. So I think we're not gonna make this really big problems. Like if we just giving warning, our mechanism, if we just giving warning to the supporters of sport teams itself, it's already enough. We don't have to make a giving penalized to the sport teams, because it just doesn't make sense. How could we make a penalty to someone that doesn't do anything wrong? Because the sport teams doesn't do anything wrong at all. And we believe that only the security that is in the status quo, the security is enough to break up the situation without giving penalized to the sport teams. The status quo is already okay, so we don't have to make another kind of policy that is penalized the sport teams. I think it is too much. We don't have to do it. So in our side of the house, we believe if they don't like wearing weapons to murder someone at that place, I think that's not a big violence, and the sport team doesn't have to be affected by the supporters itself. They don't ask the supporters to do it. They don't ask the supporters to support them, but the supporter is willingly to support them, and we think that it's gonna make no one gonna support the support teams, the sport teams itself, and the support teams it's not gonna be access in the world because they are afraid. It is something that they cannot change at all. It is something that are out of their ability to change. It is the supporter. They cannot change everyone not to fight each other. They only can make themselves. They only can affect themselves. So I think the motion is kind of too much and it's not make sense. Yes, please. Do you still have POI?
Oh yes, in some cases of mass disturbance, it can cause death victims too.
I cannot hear your voice.
In some cases of mass disturbance, it can cause death victims too, and it's already happened in our status quo.
Okay, if it's happened in our status quo, maybe it has happened, but it is the supporters to the supporters itself. It's not about the support teams and the supporters. We cannot change everyone. It is they that willingly do it. So it doesn't make any sense to ban the support teams itself because only the supporters that doing violence acts. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we move on to the next speaker from Closing Government, Dian, the floor is yours.
Okay, I'm starting 3, 2, and 1. So from the government side, from the opening government side, if part is like giving the positive side, like so much benefit, but the opening of government didn't say of like give the example like how we can bring or how we can get the impact like the more positive like so. And from the government, from the opening opposition say that if the gun or some violence is not included like the small not included as the small violence, let me see if the small violence is also included as the violence. We don't care about how big or how small the gun, because the violence is included as it as it destroy or give the bad impact for another people. Like even more we know as supporter is bring the so much of human, like it's not only like one people or one human bring the gun. It's like no, it's not like it's not a small violence, but if the one people bring the sum of gun or like small violence, it also gives them like provocator. It's not originally by of them. So come to my argument. And this house would penalize the poor trade was supporter commit in violent actor. And in my opinion, it was like supporter violent act from not from by the originally, but it also there's a motive. Because why? This motive is, as we know, as the provocator. And how it looked like the first one, it looked like as the convoy in Indonesia. Why it should be convoy? As we know, in Indonesia, so much of sport, mostly like some of them is using convoy. It's not originally or mandatory from their organization, but they're also from fanatic support. And the second one is like fighting on it impact like that supporter. And why it should be like this? Because it's like there is a perpetrator that have the motive to 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 persuade them to be to attack them to look at how we show our performance, how we can support our our uh, our side of sport. And the third is what it's really likely, as we know, is if some of sport is have organization that officially uh, use, like if we look at football, it officially, like in Indonesia as PSSI, and it oftenly they held on the concept of GBK, and from the GBK it's not the small of supporter included by them, because GBK is because GBK have quality or have a place as a big, so many supporter, and it make them as it will bring them to be the fanatic supporters that give violent actor, and also it example of the harmful, because why? Because if the supporters is not only
No,
for
please.
their no, please, if they give a convoy, or some of them is like persuade them to be a will a supporter, they will not bring them in the harm way. So if we look at example before, I say it's like a convoy, also like destroying the public place, they also bring the more harmful. So the next one is what the outcome from this. So let me give you some proof, like so many of them of case in our country, like Lakeville, Brown.
Sorry. Okay. I suggest you guys before starting your speech to set your timer. Okay, thank you for the closing government. Let's move on to the closing opposition. Akram, the floor is yours.
Okay, I will start in 3, 2, 1. In my opinion, penalize a sport team just because a supporters made a mistakes or violence is very illogical and does not make sense at all. Obviously, the sport team does not want that to happen, and they can control what their supporters do. The teams only play according to the rules of the game or sport. Of course, in the rules in sport or the game, there will never be rules for teams to be penalized because their supporters make mistakes. Sport teams will be penalized if the team itself make mistakes, but in game or maybe outside the game, which has an effect on the game or sporting event in the next event maybe. In several cases that have occurred here, I take the example of violence committed by Persija supporters some time ago. It was caused by a fight between team supporters, not because of what was done by a team that was in action in the sport.
Hello, Akram. I couldn't hear your voice. Hello.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Therefore, so that violence does not recur, the legacy of the operators and parent organization of Indonesian football maybe needs to be more assertive in every fan violence, such as increasing the number of security force or other things. If a team that is penalized for their supporters make a mistake, I think the world of sports can eliminate or prohibit supporters from attending the location of the sport event. If that happens, the sport event will not be as lively as it is today. If the sporting event does not take place lively, of course, the parties who support the event choose not to interact in the event. For example, advertisement or sponsor will no longer finance supporting events, and that will result in the possible ending of the word supporting events. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So now let's move on to the closing government. Gerson, the floor is yours. Hello, Gerson. Are you with us?
Hello, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
All right. I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. As a person who cares about human rights, I totally agree that if a support committee or the person in charge of the sport organization punish a sport team who support commit acts and violence on crime, the action caused by supporters of certain sport teams do not only harm others, but to make people facilities and general peace. Reflecting on the event of previous guests, I wanna add this from my partner Dian, reflecting on the event of the previous year, such as damage in Gelora Bung Tomo Stadium in Surabaya, which was damage to the Persebaya supporter who lost to PSS Sleman in 2019, who damaged stadium facilities such as the pivot bench were destroyed, billboard and goal net were burned. Not only that, we can see from the incident of PSEM supporters who also damaged the Sultan Agung Stadium facilities in Bantul. They did all that just because their support team lost. For me, it is a very serious problem. So in addition, I want to mention this, 55% died because they were beaten by perceived supporters too. So I think from that, the sport committee temporarily suspend a sport club from playing temporarily. I think it's very necessary and also an opportunity to educate and discipline of the supporters. And then I want to add some best from Michelle opinion. Michelle said that this is not a big problem. I think you're wrong. This accident has claimed many lives and needs to be followed up. A little firmer action must be taken so that each sport team supporter can think more deeply about doing things that are anarchic. And I feel a little
Please.
better. Yes, please.
What is the correlation between educating the supporters with penalized support teams itself?
Yes. So my opinion, if the sport committee or people who in charge in the situation should be ban that team to temporarily play because that what is that change to educate their fans or their supporters to not act anarchic and have to know that the team has been, I'm so sorry, to know that if you do this, our group or our what is that our sport team will be disbanded and you cannot watch us to play again. I think it will give the little impact to their supporter to do not act anarchic and brutally. From me, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Now let's move on to Ellen. The floor is yours.
Okay, I will start. Supporters are part of the team. Damage caused by supporter is beyond the control of the team, like the burning of flare in stadium it wasn't orchestrated by a sport team. Well, what if the team that was penalized felt disadvantaged so that their performance decreased? Wouldn't this have a negative impact on the team? I don't think giving penalized to the team is not good decision. Those who may be punished are those who actually commit violence and violate morals. This will reduce the elements that cause damage so that harmful action in sport can be minimized. Violence must be dealt with. The punishing the right person is the best decision. So the act of punishing a team whose supporter commit immoral or violent act is not the responsibility of a team. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ellen. Okay, guys, so I'm going to give you feedback for our debate sessions this morning. Jadi sebenarnya, jadi kalau misalnya kalian di tim government, jadi yang di tim government itu sebenarnya sama-sama mendukung pentingnya adanya urgency tentang penalizing ya, tetapi yang membedakan adalah mekanisme. Karena mekanisme tadi sebenarnya di pembicara pertama dari government masih kurang dijelaskan. Seperti apa bentuk mekanisme dari suspending the teams for several matches, till what extent, till when, gitu ya. Kemudian juga kurang juga menjelaskan pembicara pertama, kurang juga menjelaskan tentang apa sih yang dikategorikan sebagai immorality atau violent acts, yang itu baru disebutkan atau dijelaskan oleh Dian sebagai CG. Itu poin banget buat Dian. Tetapi kekurangannya di situ adalah Dian kurang bisa membawa atau kurang bisa melink back penjelasan itu. Setelah ada dramatisir tentang atau penjelasan yang lebih komprehensif tentang violent acts, tetapi dia kurang merelatekan itu dengan pentingnya akhirnya untuk prohibiting several upcoming matches itu. Jadi yang perlu dilakukan bagus dari awal sebenarnya adalah menjelaskan adanya relations dari sport team dan supporternya. Gitu. Memang di situ ada love ya, di situ ada kekuatan love yang membuat mereka abstaining themselves from doing something harmful for their sport team gitu. Tetapi yang kurang adalah sebagaimana yang sudah disampaikan oleh si Gerson ya. Gerson di sini memang role-nya sebagai pembicara terakhir dari CG itu adalah kurang menjelaskan class of the ideas, class of the teams gitu, apa yang sudah terjadi ya. Jadi penting untuk memahami dari peran dari pembicara terakhir itu atau disebut dengan apa ya di sini closing government whip ya, itu adalah untuk menjelaskan seperti apa debat yang sudah terjadi ini. Jadi istilahnya dia menjadi reply speaker, tetapi dia tetap representing their own team, tidak tim yang lain di kubu yang sama gitu. Jadi menjelaskan seperti apa sih menjelaskan mapping of classes itu. Jadi misalnya kamu bilang kayak gini nih, setelah kalian membantah, kalian menjelaskan mapping of the debates kayak gitu kan. Jadi kalian menjelaskan seperti debat ini sangat menguntungkan di pihak kami karena ada kekurangan yang terjadi di tim lawan. Ya, tim lawan so far telah menjelaskan di OG menjelaskan seperti ini, di OO menjelaskan seperti ini. Yang kurang dari OG adalah mereka gagal menjelaskan ini. Yang kurang di OO, mereka sekalipun telah ini, namun mereka gagal kayak gitu. Sedangkan di sisi negatif, sisi oposisi, opening government atau opening opposition menjelaskan ini, namun yang kurang dijelaskan dari mereka adalah bagaimana. Nah itu tuh kayak gitu tuh ya. Jadi di closing di government pembicara terakhir kita tuh mengkritisi semuanya dari awal dan akhir kayak gitu ya. Dan kemudian menjelaskan lagi apa yang sudah disampaikan oleh pembicara kamu dalam tim yang sama Jadi yang dilakukan Gerson dan Ellen itu adalah memperkuat gitu. Kenapa ada novelty gitu, uniqueness dari mekanisme yang ditawarkan dari Dian ataupun dari Akram gitu loh ya. Jadi apa sesuatu yang baru yang menurut kamu lebih efektif atau efisien gitu, karena motionnya lagi-lagi adalah tentang policy type motion gitu ya. Itu sih. Jadi oke, kita kembali lagi ke berbicara ke Bagus ya. Jadi kurang diberikan detail tentang implemented mekanismenya gitu ya. Jadi pertama kamu harus menjelaskan dulu ya urgensinya itu apa gitu kan. Kemudian nge-relate gitu, apa ada emotional attachment gitu kan. Ketika mereka masuk ya, they considered as a team gitu loh ya kan, one as a sport teams gitu, means that their all whole activities ya, in the stadium will be the responsibility of sport teams gitu. Jadi kalau kalian melihat ke moral obligation yang kemarin di PPT yang aku share itu siapa yang punya right, siapa yang punya privilege, siapa yang punya higher authority, siapa yang punya moral obligation, yang punya duties, responsibilities. Nah itu kan, jadi bergunanya di situ ya, dari PPT yang kemarin aku share itu untuk dipelajari gitu ya. Jadi di situ ada korelasi. Nah, akhirnya it's justifiable ya to penalize the sport teams regardless of the actions of the supporters gitu. Itu karena ada misalnya emotional attachment itu, karena ada parts of responsibilities gitu kan ya. Itu bahkan akan lebih baik lagi kalau misalnya kamu berusaha untuk men-challenge scope dari motion itu. Misalnya tadi kan di bagian di CC di Dian menjelaskan bahwasannya victims violence itu bukan yang small violence. Nah gitu tuh kan. Jadi kalau misalnya Bagus bisa menjelaskan misalnya seperti ini ya, bahwasanya bahkan tidak hanya di stadium, di luar stadium yang it is indirect responsibilities of the sport teams, itu juga masih perlu dipenalize kayak gitu sport teamnya gitu ya. Jadi makanya penting banget untuk reflecting on what's going to come from the opposite team gitu ya. Jadi the right of education kenapa eksis gitu. Ya sebenarnya aku nggak bisa ngendimen kalian seperti itu karena memang harusnya ada full team ya. Jadi satu teman itu bisa bertindak sebagai oposisi yang akhirnya nanti kita bisa masukkan itu untuk memperkuat argumen kita. Karena tadi Bagus banyak repetitif di pengulangan hal yang sama gitu ya. Jadi kalau misalnya istilahnya apa? Preemptive strike gitu ya. Jadi kami bilang misalnya di OO will likely say that the obligations to educate the supporters will belong to, but we're going to respond. Nah kayak gitu ya. Jadi udah disebutin tuh potential rebuttals yang bakal disampaikan oleh OO atau CO gitu ya kan. Itu sih ya. Jadi kalau misalnya kamu bisa ngeluasin lagi ya skopnya, jadi dibuat apakah itu nanti di dalam stadium atau di luar stadium, as long as they support the teams ya, it will become the responsibility and it's worth punishing the support teams gitu. Tinggal menjelaskan kenapa akhirnya education exist di situ gitu ya. Kemudian juga seperti yang disampaikan oleh Dian tadi, si Dian, small violence, karena definisi violence dari awal itu masih belum jelas gitu ya, dari Bagus gitu. Violence yang jenis apa yang baru dikategorikan yang akhirnya worth untuk ngesuspend sporting itu gitu. Jadi hukumannya udah jelas, tetapi model gejala penyakitnya itu masih belum jelas gitu. Ya, cause efeknya udah jelas, cause-nya ini masih yang blurry gitu. Nah, yang bisa dilakukan oleh Dian sebenarnya adalah untuk broaden types of violent actions itu gitu ya. Jadi nggak peduli itu small, nggak peduli itu big ya, nggak peduli itu luas, sedamage sekecil, sebesar, seluas, sesempit apapun damage yang dihasilkan dari violent acts, tetap buat penalizing the sport teams. Nah gitu tuh, harus ada keberanian membawa ke level itu karena itu debatnya nanti akan lebih more dynamic gitu loh ya kan. Itu dibawa ke bold stance di situ ya. Jadi akhirnya kan kenapa? Jadi akhirnya kan bisa menggunakan argumen yang tipe even if gitu, at the very least gitu. Setidaknya ketika misalnya yang bahkan ya to the essence of the smallest gitu loh, yang sedikit aja kena gitu, akhirnya kan apa yang tercipta, ekosistem yang health banget gitu loh dalam sport industry kayak gitu ya kan. Itu bahkan yang dikonsider small immoral gitu loh, yang trivial banget aja kena panis gitu kan, kena suspend gitu. Dan sebenarnya yang bisa dilakukan oleh CG adalah dengan menawarkan type of punishment yang berbeda dari apa yang ditawarkan oleh si OG gitu. Jadi kalau misalnya OG udah bilang bakal suspend, yang bisa dilakukan oleh Dian dan juga Gerson itu adalah dengan menawarkan mekanisme yang menarik lainnya gitu. Ya, penalizing sport teams bukan dengan suspend mereka, misalnya dengan fining them kayak gitu misalnya, ya kan? Bahkan nggak the whole session atau the next session, enggak. Bahkan bisa dengan apa ya, nullify atau misalnya dengan menghilangkan tim itu gitu misalnya ya, bawa ke ekstrim, bawa dengan mekanisme yang lain. Jangan dan kamu bisa melakukan kritik. Tadi bagus dari Dian sudah memberikan kritik ya, walaupun masih belum well arranged gitu ya. Jadi it's a little bit hard to catch the meaning gitu ya. Jadi ya apa, tawarkan mekanisme yang lain yang berbeda gitu, dan kamu bisa mengkritisi gitu. Kalau jadi kan walaupun misalnya sama-sama setuju penalizing, kamu juga bisa sampaikan ke adjudicators bahwasanya penalizing by suspending itu nggak lebih efektif daripada mekanisme yang kamu tawarkan ya. Mention the differences gitu ya kan. Itu kemudian yang missing dari semua speech adalah dengan menggunakan signposting gitu ya. Jadi kurang rapi gitu. Jadi dari segi adjudicators untuk menilai manners itu juga sedikit kurang bisa gitu ya. Jadi mesti misalnya kayak gitu. Misalnya ya kalian memberikan first thing first, I'm going to give you rebuttals to it. Nah, itu rebuttalsnya ada berapa rebuttal? 1 apa, 2 apa, kayak gitu tuh. Jadi kayak masih semrawut, ada mix up gitu ya, ada confusion, mana yang sebenarnya rebuttals, mana yang sebenarnya apa substantive arguments di situ ya. Kemudian di substantive arguments pun juga perlu, as I told you before, sebagai feedback dari tugas-tugas sebelumnya. Awali dengan menyebutkan pertanyaan ya, why this justified to penalize the sport team regardless of that, kayak gitu tuh ya, why it is urgent, what kinds of impacts, what kinds of harms, baru dimention tuh itu. Jadi awali signposting dulu dengan pertanyaan-pertanyaan buat akhirnya agar mudah diikuti oleh adjudicators dan juga lawan main itu. Ya, jadi sebenarnya yang disampaikan oleh si Bagus itu lebih ke indirect goals gitu ya. Kenapa akhirnya urgent untuk penalizing? Karena akhirnya akan misalnya obstructing the investors gitu kan, gitu. Ya, jadi memang banyak hal banget yang perlu dijawab dan is not enough to be covered by one person or one speaker, gitu. Ya, mekanismenya yang perlu perlu dikuatkan lagi, kemudian urgensinya dibawa ke ke harming itu, ke violent acts itu yang perlu kategorisasi di situ ya. Kemudian dari OO itu sudah bagus ya, sudah dikarakteris model supporternya seperti apa, kemudian juga ada link ya kenapa penalizing cannot be justified gitu ya. Dari sport teams, tetapi ya ini sebenarnya yang potensial untuk dibantah adalah sport team doesn't do anything wrong. Nah, itu ya. Jadi inti dari yang disampaikan oleh si Michelle itu adalah bahwasanya sport teams itu beda dengan supporters, tetapi sebenarnya yang perlu ditambahkan, diimprove dari model argumen seperti ini, bahwasanya ketika mereka mendukung individual consents ya, atau namanya the rights of bodily autonomous, istilahnya itu ya. Jadi body authority itu solely rely on each individual gitu ya. Jadi semacam sport teams itu mengconsider their supporters itu sebagai individu yang bisa exercise their minds gitu loh, yang know the consequences of their actions gitu. Jadi prosesnya di situ tuh agar bisa menspirit gitu loh. Memang itu kewajiban ya, despite being perceived as obligations of sport teams ya to educate, tapi misalnya, nah ini yang status quo-nya yang kurang jelas gitu. Ya, jadi dari misal cuma menjelaskan status quo is oke gitu, tetapi like what itu nggak dijelaskan. Gitu. Misalnya dengan memberikan apa? Dengan adanya filter ya, filterisasi masuk, nggak boleh membawa senjata tajam atau nggak boleh membawa flare atau harus seperti apa itu tuh juga perlu dijelaskan kayak gitu kan. Jadi itu yang perlu dijelaskan lebih lanjut sih. Itu kemudian ya itu kalau misalnya sport team cannot rule each individual, sebutkan juga ya itu ada individual consent di situ. Jadi akhirnya yang itu bisa disampaikan di CEO, di Elin, walaupun sangat singkat ya. Intinya adalah di Elin itu sebagai CEO adalah violence should be the punishment should be given to the right persons or the right entities, not the teams gitu. Despite despite representing them kayak gitu tuh. Ya sebenarnya punchline-nya ada di situ. Kemudian di CG, di Dian itu hampir 3 menit itu hanya menjelaskan dikarakterisasi dari violence gitu. Kalau bisa lebih efisien lagi ke depannya, gitu ya. Kemudian ada clear sign posting, ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan di situ sebelum. Nah, kemudian kalau menggunakan abbreviation, misalnya GBK, give more explanation ya, give a simple explanation gitu, concise one. GBK itu apa gitu kan? Gitu. Kemudian untuk POI itu bukan no please tapi no thanks ya. Kalau misalnya silakan baru tuh yes please. Itu. Jadi dari dia yang perlu dilakukan adalah itu bagus kamu sudah mempoint out kelemahan dari argumen lawan, tetapi itu ya kamu nggak menawarkan mekanisme yang berbeda. Kamu setuju dengan apa yang disampaikan oleh Oji. Itu yang jadi nggak ada hal yang baru, repetitiveness. Jadi nggak ada kredit di situ. Kredit kamu dapatkan dari menjelaskan lebih lanjut tentang violence. Tapi karena time managementnya itu perlu diefisiensikan lagi agar lebih merata. Itu ya, dari mekanismenya kamu tawarkan, kamu kritisi, kemudian ada sesuatu yang lack of information, kamu jelaskan lagi, kamu klarifikasi lagi. Kemudian juga membantah apa yang disampaikan oleh si Michelle sebagai opening opposition gitu. Kemudian di CEO di Akram iya tuh sebenarnya aku pengen kalau misalnya kamu bilang itu katakan kamu nggak logik, sebenarnya kamu katakan aja sebenarnya despite being misalnya kalau itu logic pun nah kayak gitu tuh ya, jadi go beyond that gitu. Jadi misalnya sporting have control, but kenapa akhirnya itu ya controllable actions will not solve the problems kayak gitu loh ya kan, karena pada akhirnya itu reverse to individual awareness gitu misalnya ya kan. Jadi itu yang akhirnya nggak mengkonek gitu, semacam kita udah lakuin banyak hal gitu loh untuk menginduce the awareness ya, untuk to trigger, to stimulate them how to act as supporters gitu kan. Karena yang paling susah untuk dikontrol itu adalah emotion gitu kan. Itu. Jadi kamu setuju aja gitu ya. Misalnya itu awalnya nggak logik karena apa? Tetapi kalau misalnya itu dikatakan logik pun ya, sporting itu nggak bisa. Sporting itu punya kontrol. For example, like apa. Tetapi tetap gimana gitu. Akhirnya sporting ya nggak deserve untuk dipenalize gitu ya. Gitu. Kemudian di PSSI itu juga tawaran yang bagus ya. Jadi yang bisa dilakukan oleh tim oposisi sebenarnya adalah dengan memberikan alternative measures gitu ya, countermeasure gitu. Kalau misalnya kita nggak sportingnya yang di ban, apa yang bisa dilakukan? Nah, ini baru di cover kredit buat si Akram dengan misalnya increasing number of security force dengan menyalahkan pihak atasan ya, pihak otoriti yang paling tinggi gitu. Jadi supporters itu tidak hanya responsibility of sporting itself gitu, tetapi juga pada sport association gitu, National Sport Association, atau misalnya dari police agency kayak gitu ya kan, yang perlu dilakukan. Walaupun nanti sebenarnya bisa dibantah karena increasing the number of security force will solely depend on the decisions of the sport teams as the event organizer at the very beginning gitu ya. Tetapi ini sebenarnya udah cukup bagus kalau misalnya mau dikembangkan lagi itu ya. Kemudian tadi ada tautan yang sangat bagus tentang no sponsor, kemudian wild sport events itu bagus ya itu. Tetapi tentang prohibiting supporters pada akhirnya impact-nya itu pada supporter themselves atau pada sport teams gitu. Karena pada akhirnya, nah itu penting untuk membahas apapun impact yang terjadi pada setiap pihak yang terkait gitu ya. Prohibiting supporters itu bahannya tidak hanya ke supporter saja gitu, tapi juga ke mentality of sport team gitu kan. Bayangkan kalau misalnya kamu main, tetapi yang supporter cuma dari lawan aja, itu kan damaging your mentality banget gitu. Gitu. Unless you have strong mental at that point. Itu sih. Kemudian di CG di Gerson itu bagus ya. Sebenarnya rata-rata sama tentang harming public facilities, damage to the laws itu. Nah, yang poin bagus adalah good data delivery. Yang gagal disampaikan oleh setiap dari kalian itu adalah data delivery-nya. Gitu ya. Jadi tentang apa yang dilakukan Persija, apa yang dilakukan Persib, itu sebenarnya seakan-akan remeh gitu, tetapi juga bisa maintaining the data itu bagus gitu ya. Gitu. Kemudian yang perlu ditingkatkan dari Gerson adalah dengan role-nya itu ya, sebagai pembicara terakhir, as I told you before, harus ada mapping of clashes-nya, harus ada final atau ultimate assessment, kenapa akhirnya tim kamu yang layak menang, yang paling unggul dari semua tim, bahkan dari satu kubu yang sama. Itu sih. Ya. Oke, ada yang mau ditanyakan kira-kira in the remaining 3 minutes? No? Oke. Kalau nggak ada, first rank-nya di OO, kemudian second rank-nya di CG, third rank di OG, dan ya CO di posisi terakhir masih ya. Itu walaupun cukup bagus sebenarnya tadi itu. Ya. Oke. Mungkin itu saja untuk sesi kita kali ini. Mungkin pertemuan besoknya kita masih tolong tadi feedbacknya dicatat. Setidaknya kalau misalnya kalian ya itu ikuti trap ya yang udah di-share sama si Bagus. Ya, latihan-latihan juga sparring dengan tim kalian sendiri untuk memperkaya frekuensi latihan itu ya. Mungkin itu saja for today. Thank you so much for attending the session. See you and bye-bye. See you everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Ya, sama-sama. Siap.